crowns and tiaras. How are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. And before I get about the watermark, I know this is going to be my last video with the watermark. I just wanted to try it out for one more video. And I think this is the software. So bear with me. Now, today we are talking about Blaire White. Now, if you do not know, Blaire White is a transgender YouTuber, and she's has some problematic views. She been in some hot water lately, and we definitely gonna go through her Snapchat because she did have a mini breakdown as well. I'm gonna get into her relationship with Shane. Is it gonna be the same? Is it not gonna be the same? Let's get into it. So people is now calling her out because she has spoke against Jeffree Star. I am going to put a couple of clips here where she talk about how she felt manipulated by Jeffree Star and that Jeffree Star is a monster. I'm also going to have some screenshots here of her Snapchat, excuse me, her Instagram. Look at me, her Instagram. So let me actually put that right here for you too.
This is just a backdrop of how we came into contact, and I have to be specific about that. And basically, he manipulated me into not going forward with my video, said that a bunch of the things that were out there were fabricated. A lot of the receipts I planned on using were fabricated, was very convincing about it. And then a few days later, went on Chris Hansen, went back on all of that, and basically showed himself to lie to me. He said a lot of the things were fake, and then went back and said they were real on Chris Hansen. But again, that is just point A. This is not the point of this video. That's how we came into contact.
So y'all just hear how she said she was manipulated by Jeffree, saying that she thought that the whole Danny Vanity thing was all fabricated and made up. And I'm also going to put clips in here where she says she actually had heard the voice memo of somebody accusing James of sexual assault.
And this is the point where I wish I would have said no, in a way, but in a way not. He then provided me with receipts of a voice memo from a YouTuber who was allegedly sexually molested by James Charles. And it's credible. It's a YouTuber, it's credible. It is not my place to out this YouTuber's name at all. I have privately reached out to this YouTuber and said, hey, I'm a rape survivor myself, because I am. And I should never have been told this, but I want to let you know it's okay to go public with your story. It's okay to be heard, or even just to talk to me if you need to, because I am a survivor myself.
Now you can hear Blaire really believed that, it's credible. The information that she heard from Jeffree Star is credible. Now, I am going to put in some clips where James Charles actually rebunked this because I believe it's one of the Dolan twins. And one of his videos called No More Lies, he actually does break down that particular part where there's so-called he molests somebody while they were sleeping, and he does rebunk that. So I'm going to put that right here as well because that actually slapped that all the way out the water for me.
I really want to read this text out loud just so you all get to hear exactly what I had to read, but also so I don't miss anything. Grayson is going on camera shortly to finally tell the world how you tried to molest him and touch him in his sleep and made him uncomfortable for months, you sick motherfucker. Next, Zach will be going on camera to tell how twisted and sick you were, trying to get him to like you and then make him feel bad when he didn't want to send you photos back. Then Sam from Seattle will be joining me and Cameron to talk about you trapping him in his hotel room. You need to be locked in prison for a very long time. You need the internet taken away from you. You are a danger to society. As disgusting as it is, I have to admit, bringing up Grace and Dolan was pretty clever. At the height of all these allegations and stories going around, both of the twins unfollowed me, not wanting to be associated, and fans started speculating that the rumors could be as to why. Too bad that aside from our pre-planned collaborative jokes that happened in the Sister Squad videos, me and Grayson flirting, nothing ever happened between us. And when all this went down, I knew Jeffree was lying because the twins were two of the first people to call me and make sure that I was okay. I already mentioned Zach, and I still have no idea who the Cameron Jeffree is referring to in this message.
Now you just heard James Charles explain and read his text message from Jeffree Star about the Dolan twins situation. And Blair said that she did hear the memo, and one other drama channel said that she heard the memo too, and that she didn't want to out no victim. So if this is true, say that it is true, allegedly, if this is true that James Charles did do this, why did the Dolan twins check up on James Charles? I just wouldn't check up on my abuser. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that this is weird and odd. And another thing is, it's like, I understand you don't want to out a victim. I'm 100% about that. I think the victim need to come out on their own. But at the same time, it's like, wow, are you protecting the predator? Because if they don't get caught, they going to do it again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, like, is it a good idea to keep the Dolan twins a secret about being touched in their sleep, if that is true? Or should somebody come out? Because this is not tea anymore. This is really a criminal investigation. It's not gossip anymore, you guys. This is criminal. This is illegal. Blair has seemed very upset about this whole situation because now she will feel like a hypocrite if she don't come out and say something about Shane Dawson, everything that Shane Dawson been doing. And she really believed that she owes Shane Dawson because, they friends, and you don't never want to go against your friends, but at the same time you have to tell your friend, like, hey, if you're wrong, you're wrong, period. There's no bias, especially with stuff like this. It will make her look bad if she don't come out and say something. So here's a clip of her being very emotional about the whole thing, and I definitely feel for her.
Media for the first time all day, and I see a lot of stuff coming out about Shane Dawson, with the Smith family angry over him making inappropriate jokes about Willow Smith when she was underage, and just like a lot of very questionable humor and statements that I hope are humor. And I'm opening my DMs and I'm seeing a lot of people asking me to address it for the simple fact that it is public knowledge that I'm friends with Shane. I think my most viewed video ever is with Shane on my channel. Obviously, I'm going to be asked by my entire subscriber base to address that because that's my friend, and how can I have a channel where I, go after, like, predatory behavior and predators and not address that that's coming out about someone that is a friend? And I just have to say that I most definitely don't condone any of that. I wasn't aware that that was a thing, that those jokes were a thing, that those statements by him were a thing. They go beyond the limit, and you guys know I am the first one to be like, it's comedy, stop being so offended. Some of the things are just way too far, and if no one's laughing, then it's not really a joke. So, as hard as it is, and as much as I feel like a very intense loyalty to Shane because he's done so much for me, and he was one of the first people to give me a chance, and one of the reasons why people even know my name, how can I have a channel going after predators and about predatory behavior and not disavow that? So I just want to make it completely clear that I would have addressed that in, the prior filming that I did for this video, but it was happening and coming out on Twitter literally as I was filming it. And I am most definitely going to say I don't condone it, that I completely disavow it, and it'd be very hypocritical for me to be silent on that. And honestly, I'm done being caught up in anyone's shit right now. Like, I'm done being the ear for psychopathic Jeffree Star. It happened once and it was too much for me. I am done, like, having this impenetrable loyalty to people who get themselves into messes and then I have to address it and no. I'm over it. I just want to go back to making the videos that I make. It was very hurtful to see the stuff coming out about Jane as someone who is an advocate for survivors, and I kind of can't even believe it. So that's what I have to say about that, because I know that if I don't put that in here, that's going to definitely be, and rightfully so, a very, I don't know how to have the type of channel I do and just pretend like that's not coming out about him right now and that he's not deeply involved in all this stuff I talked about too. So that's just that on that. It's very sad. It's very ugly. Bye, guys.
As you can see, she is really, really turned up about this because at the end of the day, Shane Dawson is her friend. And she don't want to do anything to her friend. And then I feel like she's stuck between, are these really jokes? Are you joking about this kind of stuff, Shane? Or do you really think this? So she not sure how to think. And many of his fans don't know how to think as well. But I definitely know that this is not over. But I do want to thank you so very much, the royal family, for sticking with me. And I just want you to like and subscribe. I will be putting out more content. I promise it won't be no more watermarks. Maybe in the next video, because I'm thinking about making the next video now. But I promise tomorrow you will not see a watermark, okay? I promise. So let's get the discussion down there and let's throw a little shade. Let's talk about it. And let's talk about how y'all feel about it. Do you think that someone should come out with a memo because it's protecting a predator? Do you think that you should protect the victim? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments what should happen next. What do you guys think? And I see you in the next one. Bye.